Seven most evil companies in the world. In this list of the most evil companies, you will discover organizations and corporations that cause real pain and suffering in the lives of countless people in different parts of the world in order to save a few $1,000s or make more millions. Either directly or indirectly, some of those evil companies are also responsible for genocide or mass murder, causing the deaths of thousands of innocent people just to get richer. But before we go into the list, kindly subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for notifications of new videos. The simple gesture will signal YouTube to show our videos to more viewers. Here is the 7 most evil companies in the world. 7. Kids Wish Network. In 2008, the organization received a 0 out of 4 stars review by the Charity Navigator due to its inefficient and poor charitable activities. In 2013, Kids Wish Network was additionally ranked as America's Worst Charities by the Tampa Bay Times, CNN, and the Center for Investigative Reporting because of its dishonest spending practices. The American Institute of Philanthropy also gave the organization a failing F grade after a report showed that only 3 cents out of every dollar raised by Kids Wish Network are really spent on wish granting. It's not over yet. The company is also accused of many IRS frauds. 6. Walmart. Walmart is accused of a variety of wrongdoings, ranging from economic impact to gender and racial discrimination. Increased poverty, according to a paper published in Farm Foundation in 1997 by Kenneth Stone, professor of economics at Iowa State University. Some small towns are at risk to lose about 50% of their retail trade within 10 years of a Walmart store opening. Some other studies have found in counties where there are Walmart stores, there is increased poverty compared with counties without the presence of the giant. Privacy violation. Privacy concerns are also considered. Walmart acquired Cosmix to develop software for analyzing real-time data streams in order to collect and analyze a large amount of consumer data. Gender discrimination. In 2007, a gender discrimination lawsuit, Dukes vs. Walmart Stores Inc., was filed against Walmart, stating that female employees were subject to discrimination when it comes to pay and promotions. Poor working conditions and human trafficking suppliers. Walmart is also accused of hiring illegal workers to clean their stores in a harsh condition 7 days a week and locking them in the stores at night. Some of the company's suppliers, Fathama Seafood Company for instance, are accused in human trafficking cases. 5. American Cyanamid Co., now Cytec Industries. American Cyanamid was a major U.S. chemical company founded in 1907 by Frank Washburn to industrially manufacture calcium cyanamide, a fertilizer commercially known as nitrolime. In the 1990s, because of its controversial environmental practices, the company sold different divisions to competitors. Pfizer, with smaller portions belonging to BASF, Procter & Gamble, and other firms. It is now Cytec Industries. Carcinogenic pesticides. American Cyanamid is known to produce pesticides that cause cancer in humans, carcinogens. Since most of those pesticides are banned in the U.S., the company managed to produce and export them to third world countries. Between 1996 and 2000, it is estimated that some U.S. exporters exported about 1 billion pounds of those carcinogenic pesticides to those countries. Critics estimate that over 350 million agricultural workers in Africa and Central America are exposed to these chemicals. No one knows for sure just how many died as a result. Deadly pesticides. American Cyanamid is responsible for the counter case in Pitahaya, Costa Rica. The seriously toxic pesticide was sold to them without a warning indicating that the products should be handled wearing safety equipment, safety glasses, a mask, rubber boots, and gloves. On June 1, 1988, at a plantation, workers applied counter in the fields for several days. That afternoon, 15-year-old Heriberto Obando and other workers complained of headaches and dizziness. Some vomited blood. By the time they reached the nearby hospital, Heriberto died, and the others were in critical condition. As for today, the problem continues. Companies like American Cyanamid and Chevron Chemical Co. export about 10 million pounds of these chemicals every month to third world countries that supply nearly a quarter of the produce, freshly dusted with carcinogenic pesticides, sold in America. Number 4. Bayer. Bayer AG is a chemical and pharmaceutical company founded in 1893 in Barmen, Germany. The company is the producer of many notorious products, including aspirin. Bayer is accused of several wrongdoings, including the following: human trafficking. During World War II, Bayer bought deported people from Auschwitz to serve as human guinea pigs in the framework of confidential medical experiments. 5 letters from Bayer to the executives of Auschwitz concentration camp, written in April and May 1943, which were discovered by the Red Army during the liberation of Auschwitz, confirmed the purchase of deported women. Toxic oil syndrome, 1981. In the 1980s, one of its products, Nemacur, an active ingredient of organophosphate, a toxic insecticide, is implicated, according to an independent investigation conducted by Dr. Muro, in the toxic oil syndrome, a musculoskeletal disease most famous for a 1981 outbreak in Spain that killed over 600 people. Yasmin, Yasminel. Bayer also circulated contraceptive pills that are very hazardous to health, according to many surveys in Switzerland and the US. These pills, commonly known as fourth-generation pills, including Yasmin, Yaz, and Yasminel, are found to be more dangerous than the old ones, causing serious risk of thrombosis and many other health problems. Thousands of lawsuits have been filed against Bayer because of the severe side effects of these pills. Contaminated blood sandal. Bayer is also accused of knowingly sold contaminated blood products that would have inoculated the AIDS virus, mainly between 1978 and 1985, while many advanced technologies to decontaminate these bloods exist. The pharmaceutical company neglected the process in order to make more profit. Thousands of these hemophiliacs, individuals whose blood doesn't clot normally, worldwide are infected with the HIV virus as a result of the evilness of Bayer. The company later admits to pay tens of millions of dollars to the victims to end the 3-decade-long scandal. 3. Nestle. Misleading. Several studies confirm the superiority of breast milk for the growth of infants on powdered milk, dry milk, commonly advertised as the ideal milk for infants. Breastfeeding is even more important for countries without food and drinking water in sufficient quantity. In 1979, 150 international organizations founded the IBFAN, International Baby Food Action Network, to fight against the powdered milk industry communication strategy on the alleged superiority of the latter on breast milk. Violating WHO code. In the US, a special session of the WHO voted in 1981 an international code banning any form of advertising inciting substitute powdered milk to breast milk. This code is signed in 1984 by many big organizations, including Nestle. The giant company, however, has repeatedly violated the code. Modern slavery. And recently, Nestle was accused of consciously supporting slavery that exists in Thailand, where people are forced to work in finishing for unreasonably low costs by buying at lower prices and using seafood and food products for cats. According to the complaint, Nestle imports in full knowledge via a Thai supplier, Thai Union Frozen Products PCL, more than 28 million pounds, 12,000 tons, of seafood-based animal foods for major brands that sell their products in the United States, part of which are produced in conditions of slavery. Relabeling expired milk cans. Many times, Nestle de Colombia S.A. has renewed packaging and labels of expired dairy products imported from Latin American countries. In December 2002, Colombian police discovered that the company performs fraudulent labeling of 200 tons of expired milk, endangering the life and health of the Colombian population. Participation in deforestation. In March 2010, Greenpeace launched a campaign against Nestle, which, according to the association, contributes to the deforestation in Indonesia. The authorities have yet to decide. Contamination in the United States. In June 2009, Nestle products made from cookie dough were recalled in the U.S. for containing E. coli 0157, usually associated with fecal contamination. 69 people were poisoned in 21 states. Horsegate. The company is also accused in participating in the fraudulent horse meat contamination scandal in 2013. On February 18th, the investigators announced, through a press outlet, that tests have revealed traces of horse DNA in many of the Nestle beef-based products. 2. Dow Chemical. Dow Chemical is an American multinational corporation located in Midland, Michigan. Since 2007, it is the second largest producer of chemical products and the third company in the field of chemistry in terms of equity capital. The corporation managed the Rocky Flats plant near Denver, Colorado, which was a nuclear weapons production facility that produced plutonium triggers for hydrogen bombs. Dow was one of several manufacturers who began producing the napalm B compound, which the U.S. military used in napalm bombs to drop on North Vietnam during the Vietnam War. Bhopal gas tragedy. Having bought Union Carbide in 2001, Dow Chemical has been associated with the Bhopal disaster, Bhopal gas tragedy, that occurred in India in 1984, causing the death of 8,000 people within 2 weeks. Bhopal gas tragedy is considered as the world's worst industrial disaster. Agent Orange, herbicide orange. Dow Chemical Company was one of the producers of Agent Orange and was found liable in 2013 by the South Korean Justice of Skin Diseases developed by veterans in the Vietnam War as a result of their exposure to the deadly herbicide. Number 1. Monsanto. Monsanto has been around over 100 years. Founded in 1901 by John Francis Queeny, it is now regarded as the world's most evil corporation to ever exist due to the fact its production harms not only humans, but also the entire planet. There are more critics against Monsanto than any other company that ever existed in the world. Monsanto Evil Empire is the nickname used to describe the corporation. Starting from saccharin and PCB to GMO grains, Monsanto is accused of more dark crimes than all corporations. Polychlorinated biphenyl. Between the 1920s and 30s, Monsanto extends its activities to industrial chemicals and drugs, becoming the world's largest producer of acetylsalicylic acid and polychlorinated biphenyl, a very toxic chemical resistant to high temperatures and degradation. It is found to cause cancer, severely damage the reproductive organs, immune system, liver, endocrine system, immune system, developmental system, skin, eyes, brain, as well as many other organs. Aspartame, the sweet killer. Monsanto partners with the German chemical company IG Farben to use their common homicidal expertise to introduce on the food market another neurotoxic product called aspartame, which causes a variety of conditions: mania, rage, violence, blindness, joint pain, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, lupus, epilepsy, Parkinson's, tumors, miscarriages, infertility, fibromyalgia, infant death, and Alzheimer's. GMO seeds and bee apocalypse. In 1995, Monsanto began manufacturing genetically modified grains, corns, soybeans, rapeseeds, and Roundup-ready crops. The seeds have their DNA altered to allow them to withstand the glyphosate herbicides, the active ingredient of Monsanto's herbicide Roundup, which causes many cancers, including brain cancer. In fact, California is in the process to vote a law to label the Monsanto's Roundup herbicides as cancer-causing chemicals. Thank you for watching till the end. Please like and subscribe to the channel to help us expand our presence on YouTube. Remember to hit the bell icon to receive notifications of new uploads.